Mark here again. Y'all know how I do. Cookbooks bring information. But if you've been watching my last couple of videos, you know I've been talking about some personal issues that I'm personally going through in terms of relationships. And I just want, I just, like I said, this is therapeutic, and it's also a chance to reflect, to introspect, and just kind of go over and hopefully share some information with you guys, anybody else that might be out there going through something personal. So as I mentioned in my last video, me and my wife separated, and we don't know. I literally don't know where this thing is going to go, right? So, I haven't seen my daughter in like a week now, and it could get real ugly. I'm trying my best not to let it get ugly, but it can. But be that as that may be, if you've been watching my videos, life sucks sometimes. It does. I'm just gonna tell you guys honestly, it sucks. Like I got 7 views on some of my videos, and I viewed it 7 times. Right? I got like no views. My wife is like threatening to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like shit sucks. It sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like it really sucks. But folks, you just got to keep moving forward, though. You just got to keep going. That's it. You just got to keep going. I'm about to head to the gym, and I went to the gym yesterday. I benched like 315. I had a really good workout. I'm about to go work out now, about an hour or so. But I just want to say, in terms of relationships, right, from what I'm learning every day and still learning. I'm 40 years old and I'm still learning. And ladies, if you're under the sound of my voice, it's important that you get this. We as men, we need to provide an environment for you to feel safe and secure in. That's a fact. That is a fact. Any real man understands that he needs to provide an environment for his woman, his wife, his spouse, his significant other, and his children, if they have children. His job is to provide an environment that is, generally secure and safe for his family. And ladies, what I think is forgotten on your part is that you need to do the same. I say that because I'm never one to dodge where I went wrong, or I never say I'm not perfect, because no one is, and that's when people say they're not perfect, that's a backdoor channel or a backdoor panel to escape out of responsibility, because it's moot. It's a moot point to say you're not perfect, because the reason why it's moot is because we already know no one's perfect. Asking anybody to be perfect is unrealistic and unreasonable on the asker point. So if the asker is asking me to be perfect, it's unreasonable, and it turns on them. The asker is being unrealistic and unreasonable, because no one can be perfect. No one is, and no one can. So when people say they're not perfect, it's moot. And I think it's just a way to escape. It's a backdoor channel to escape responsibility. What we can be is great. We can strive for greatness. We can become great. I'm not great yet. I'm good. I think I'm good with aspirations to be great. So I say that to say I'm not one to skirt my responsibilities or see where I went wrong, or what my faults or whatever my weaknesses are or my infirmities are. So that be that as that may be, it's important, ladies, that if you're in a relationship, that the same way that we as men have to provide an environment that you feel generally safe in, you have to provide an environment that your spouse, your husband, your man will feel generally safe in as well. And what I mean by that is, in my what led to where I am right now in my situation is the result of in-laws, right? Threatening in-laws that were very threatening to me to my person, as well as to my marriage and my relationship. And it was sabotaged by in-laws that didn't have a relationship, that's not married, that's it's miserable. And the lesson that I want to kind of like display or highlight, ladies, if you're out there and you're in a relationship, make sure that you don't put your spouse in an environment that can put him in jail, literally, or provoke him to defend himself and put him and his family, his livelihood, and all that this man has built and worked to build at stake. So that's the lesson that I would say, ladies, if you're out there and you're under the sound of my voice, again, make sure you understand that you are to provide an environment for your spouse or your other half or your counterpart that is not going to be destructive or harmful to his person and ultimately to your relationship. And hindsight is 2020. Monday night quarterbacking, it's all whatever. But sometimes it's good to look back. You learn. You look back and see what steps went wrong, and it's just important that we make sure that we protect each other. Like it's vitally important that we protect each other, right? If you're in a relationship, your job is to look out for attacks that might be coming from inside, because sometimes the enemy comes from within. If you study the Bible, it talks about how the enemy is like a roaring lion seeking those whom he can devour. So the Bible says that that the devil comes to kill and to destroy, right? So you got to be able to see when your relationship is under attack and from whom, and guard it. And if it's in-laws, if it's family members, and if it's my family, I should be able to check that and make sure that I protect my other half, and vice versa. If it's my other half's family members, which are my in-laws, then she needs to make sure she shows them that they need to respect her marriage and ultimately respect her husband, her child, her family. So it's a balancing act. And if left unchecked, this is what happens. Where I am right now is the result of unchecked, unbridled disrespect of in-laws. And where I am now I could have been here a lot sooner had I done anything. But sometimes you have to just go through hell to get to heaven. And I try my best to just kind of delegate the responsibility to my other half. I try my best to just not act, because sometimes your best defense is no defense. Like sometimes your best course of action is no action, because if I knew if I took any action that it would have just spilled out of control and would have been here so much sooner. So it had a drip 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 effect instead of a flood or a deluge. It would have been a deluge had I answered the call, had I stepped up to deal with it. It would have been a deluge. But I let her deal with it, and instead it was a drip 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 that ultimately led to a flood nonetheless. So, ladies, again, just some advice that make sure you protect your man. We need you, right? We as men, we need you. You are our lioness. We are your lions, provided that the man is being a lion, because some of us are not. Let's be honest, we're not alpha. But if your man is alpha and he's doing what he needs to do, he's working, he's providing, he's taking care of you and his family, and the man he's doing his best, right? Because that's all you can ask, right? And providing you've been with him long enough, you see that this is a real guy. You got a real guy. There's some things we need you to protect us from. Right. And it's no shame, or it's not a sissy or any kind of weakness for a man to say, I need you to step up for me. Right. Because I know there's the psychology of the men, we're the leaders, we're the tough, we're strong, we're, like dominant. And that's true. All that can still be true. And I say, I need you to step up for me. Because to say, I need my woman to protect me, it could sound a little emasculating. It could sound a little effeminate. Like, what do you mean you need your woman to protect you? You got to protect your damn self. And that again, 100%. You do have to protect yourself. But both can be true. I am dominant. I am masculine. I am alpha. But babes, I need you to protect me here. Because depending on the context, it's context, right? Depending on the surroundings, depending on the variables, the environment. Sometimes, as a dominant, strong man, you need to take the back seat and have your woman handle certain things. And when I say that, I mean particularly her family, because fellas, I'm telling you, if you get into it with her family, it's only going to put a wedge between you and her. Hence why I am where I am. That's a lesson learned. And so if she doesn't handle her family, and then you're forced to handle her family, because again, a bully doesn't wake up and just say, I'm going to stop bullying, right? Force needs to be matched with greater or an unequal force for it to be change its course of direction. First law of motion. So you can still have your masculinity. You can still feel like a man, and at the same token, stand down and ask your woman to stand up. And your woman should be able to do that seamlessly. She should be able to do that effortlessly. She should be able to do that in a smooth with smooth transition, because again, if it's her family, she should be able to command respect from her family without you having to, let your dominance or your lion come out, because it's like I said, it's just not good. It's just not good for the relationship. So again, just some advice. Take it, leave it, whatever. Hopefully, some of it is useful. If anybody is experiencing something like that, or you see the potential for something like that, make sure you urge your woman to step up, and don't let you have to step up and deal with it, because it's going to be detrimental to the relationship. All right. So till next time, Mark Cooking Books. I'm about to go to the gym, workout. Peace.